Charmaine Jefferson, Executive Director, California African American Museum. One of the great things about CAAM is that we try to make sure that we give back to the community. And the Young Docents Program is an opportunity for us to not only show what our mission is to people who are in high school and beyond, but to give them a chance to learn what we do, how we do it, what our jobs are like, what it means to solve problems for customers, to research and make presentation. And so I really think one of the great advantages of our Young Docents Program is that it gives them a chance to get real job experience without having to fling a hamburger. Our expectation when we try to bring a student into the program is obviously that they've got at least a C average and that they are going to school and paying attention to their schoolwork. But we're really also looking for students who have a desire and an interest to want to explore. The students have to write an essay. They have to be willing to commit their time. To get a paycheck means you have to go to work every day. You have to be responsible to the people that are there. And we give them grown-up responsibilities. These are not kid jobs by any stretch of the imagination.
My name is Joshua Esters, and I was a docent here. Now I work in the Gallery Services Department, and I also work in the Facilities Department. I was selected in 2005. About 4 years ago, I was 15 years old. It was my first job ever. Of course, I was very nervous. I knew nothing about speaking to people of a multitude of ethnicities and backgrounds. And being in the Young Docent Program, learning about African history, culture, and art allowed me to channel that nervousness and allowed me to become a better public speaker.
California African American Museum, how may I help you? My name is Angela Morris. I started out as a young docent here at the museum in 2005, and I've stayed on ever since. And now I'm a museum aide. In the Young Docent Program, I learned how to become better at public speaking and how to convey what may be controversial historical topics to a broad audience without upsetting them, and also being able to get my point across to an audience that may not be familiar with art or history.
And there's a story I know about of a student who happened to be a young lady who was Caucasian, who was one of our young docents, and the people who are young docents with us come from all backgrounds and ethnicities. When she went to do her college essay exams, she wrote about her experience here at CAAM. And she wrote in this essay about how she thought she knew a lot. She walked into galleries thinking she knew about Black history and Rosa Parks and learned something different and deeper than what she'd had before. That was the subject matter of the essay she wrote to get into college, about her time here and about how she had learned so much more when all she thought it was going to be was a simple summer job. That's when I knew and had the reinforcement to understand that Young Docents is so important. I take this Young Docents Program very personally. It's part of our mentoring generation's philosophy. It is part of our notion of people being able to access CAAM, and it's part of our responsibility to give back to the community. I want them to walk away with a skill that they can put on their resume, with a talent for being able to present themselves in any situation, and for a joy and love of what the African American culture and history and art has to offer.
My name is Kelsey Newman. I am the creative director for Attain Design and Marketing Communications Studio. We're participating in their very first pilot program for their art and technology workshop. I am teaching students basically the different career paths in graphic design and how it relates to art and technology. Oh man, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to see, not only to plant the seed, but then to actually be able to witness that seed sprout. You know, and with a lot of these students, their comfort level, even approaching the computer and approaching the software, the comfort level is there now, to where now the first day of class where the hands kept going up, you know, Mr. Newman, help. And now I even have time to peel off to do this interview because they're like, I got this, I'm okay.
My inspiration for it was actually Angela. I think the first time I met her, she made a crack about East LA, and that kind of hurt me a little bit. So I took pictures of my old house where I used to live in East LA, and I made a wallpaper of it. In the center, it says black and what else, because the question I get asked a lot is, what are you mixed with? And I say black, and people say, what else? And I'm like, there is nothing else.
I did not know how to use Photoshop before, so I was just kind of like a newbie. And then ever since I got the flow of it with the help of Derek and Kelsey and everyone else, I couldn't stop. You know, Obama's big, him getting elected, that was something really big this year. And so I thought that was important. So he's kind of looking down all of this on what's going on, you know, because in a way it's like I'm looking up to him. I can be where he is right now, you know?
I'm Valinda Gill, Associate Director of Development for the California African American Museum. Part of CAAM's mission is to mentor generations, and we like to give kids life skills, and we have several programs for that. This is just one of the newest, and I'm very excited about it because we've never offered anything that gave them technology skills, which helps them translate into their real world. But it is an exciting program, and we're happy to have brought this to our community, especially in light of the serious cutbacks in our educational system. We're glad to fill a void and provide a positive alternative for students in our community. We just wish that we could do it for more and that the program were bigger.
My name is Alice Desiree Bowens. I serve as president of Friends Foundation. Friends Foundation is the fundraising arm of the museum. We are responsible for raising and maintaining additional money to help offset some of the expenses for CAAM that the state cannot afford at this time. Nothing makes my heart sing more than to see young people achieving and wanting to learn, and to hear them express it as they did today, how much they had learned, not only on the computer per se, but about themselves, and then they were able to deliver it in a visual form so that we could see and learn about them. When young people are learning, I am happy.
There are times when people ask me why we do programs like this. They think it's because, well, you're a museum, so you're not a high school training program, you're not an education program. But we are a charity, and we do provide a public service. And it's my hope, when I have long hours, when our budgets are cut, when I have furlough days, the thing that lets me know that we're making a difference is when I look up and see the artwork that these students have created, that I know they walked away from here and learned something new, that they actually liked being engaged in learning. Then I know we did the right thing. Then I know that this building isn't just a building. It's not just a facility, but it's actually a place that they can feel attached to. And so if I walk away tomorrow and I'm not here tomorrow, that means we made a difference. That's what I hope happens out of the CAAM Technology Art Project, and it's what I hope comes out of the Young Docent Program. And I've seen that happen for several years, so I know it works.